We are Team Depth Ranger, and we tried to create a device that measures the depth of one squat with the goal of maximizing range of motion and strength potential for athletes, personal trainers, and physical therapists. Using the HCSR04 ultrasonic distance sensor in tandem with an Arduino and some LEDs, we designed the first mock-up, which included using external software such as AutoFusion 360 to create 3D CAD models for potential 3D printing capabilities. Following the make of our first prototype, we created a short demo video to send to our customer segment to gauge interest as well as constructive feedback as to what they wanted from the device. From there, we created our first business model canvas, which highlighted our initial customer segment and what we believed people would value from the prototype. It was really difficult to get a sense of how much people would pay for the product versus how much we would profit because of the lack of ability in testing the prototype in gyms. With the COVID-19 pandemic, we were constrained with the closing of most gyms and thus couldn't test our prototype in person. To adapt to our circumstances, we decided to show the video on multiple forums that included our customer segment, such as Reddit's powerlifting, CrossFit, and Olympic weightlifting communities, as well as student groups on Facebook, Quora, and outreach to various athletic departments.
After receiving feedback from people, we began to edit our second iteration of the business model canvas. One area that we honed in on was the customer segments section of the BMC. Through internal mentoring with Navanis and through customer discovery, we realized there may be a good market for the Depth Ranger with home gym users and with personal trainers. That is why we asked True for the following interview with his trainer.
Hey, how's it going? My name is Amir Rad. I'm the owner of Thrive Fitness in Ann Arbor. So as far as the product's price, I'm willing to pay, I'm thinking $80 to $100 depending on the cost of the product and manufacturing costs, product labeling, packaging, shipping. The biggest uses for the product I would see personally would be in big high school, college weight rooms where all the athletes make sure they're testing their squats and depth correctly. I could see it being used in powerlifting avenues, and I can also see it being used in my type of setting, which is corrective exercise, physical therapy, even chiropractic, where clients can do overhead squat assessment and strap the product around their arm to make sure it doesn't go too far forward when they squat, their anterior pelvic tilt isn't too far forward when they squat, or their knees don't go past their toes when they squat, for example.
As we progressed with our third version of the business model canvas, we wanted to move forward as efficiently as possible given the circumstances with COVID-19. During internal mentoring, Navanis recommended that even though we are limited by the harsh economic times many are facing, as well as not being able to sell in person, we should try to get written agreements from people to purchase the Depth Ranger when the situation settles. After going back to people we talked with and really gauging whether or not they wanted to buy the product, we were successful in nailing down a few commitments. As shown on our chart, we got 4 hard commitments, which are the ones shown in red. The 4 shown in green are people who said they might purchase for the listed price but never gave us a firm commitment. Given the prices that our 4 customers committed to, we will have a pre-launch revenue of $330. Once we subtract the cost per unit, we will have a pre-launch profit of $90.
Although we were constrained by testing the prototype through video instead of person, our goal was to start creating a database of interested users so that by the time restrictions are loosened and gyms reopen, we can update individuals and begin customer validation in person. To make validating the prototype easier, we also updated the design of the prototype to support Bluetooth and easy recharge capabilities, to mimic the ease of use. Lastly, once we validate the prototype, we plan on launching the Kickstarter and focusing more on marketing the idea.